Now, the scene itself follows a SWAT team breaking into a dark and abandoned location. Eventually, one of them makes their way further into it, and we see a TV screen playing an old 70s sing-along of what I believe is Doris Day and Paul Watson. The song is Till We Meet Again, and originally it was about a soldier who had to go off and fight in the Great War, and thus he was singing along with his love. Here though, it's about the incoming battle between the two characters, and how they'll meet again at some point down the line. In front of the TV is a ringing phone, and the lead SWAT team member answers this, which is when we get none other than the voice of Jason Momoa's Dante Reyes. We then get a flashback of the moment when Dom crashed the car into his father's ride, and this happened during Fast 5. This showed that Hobbs was actually the one that killed his dear old dad, and this is what Dante wants revenge for. As he arrived on the floor saying "help me," Hobbs got out the car and then shot and killed him, which is why Dante is now seeking vengeance. Dante then taunts him by saying that the devil's coming for him, which, and I say this every video these days, could be a nod to Dante's Inferno. And no prizes for guessing that the SWAT team member's actually Hobbs, and he then unmasks to reveal his face. His goatee is back, which I'm not kidding. People complained about not being in Hobbs and Shaw. He then says, "I'm ready, you bitch," before he crushes the phone in his hand, and we get the end of the scene. At the moment, the most obvious thing that could happen is that this gets addressed in the next Fast film, and Vin Diesel has confirmed that they are making a trilogy. He said,
"I can say this, going into making this movie, the studio had asked if this could be a two-parter. And after the studio saw this part one, they said, could you make Fast X, the finale, a trilogy?" So,
it's 3 acts in any story.
Yeah.
So are you guys confirming right now that we're getting a third movie?
Trouble here.
Wait, did that just happen?
Wait,
where are you guys going? Are you kidding me right now? You guys heard it here first. We may be getting a third movie.
So yeah, most obvious thing is that we go in this direction. However, I also think that we could potentially explore things in Hobbs and Shaw too. Dante showed in the movie that he tends to go after people's family, and I think that would be the best place to explore it. That might not happen though, as we did get an update on the spin-off in December that said there'd be no conversations had about it. However, The Rock also said he wouldn't come back, and I can imagine that this post-credits scene was likely filmed at the last minute. Momoa didn't even need to get back in the room for it, and a lot of it could be done very, very easily. We saw a similar thing with Henry Cavill's Superman, where his scene was shot last minute, and it might have been a similar thing here too. They could have reignited the talks about the spin-off, and the reports saying that things had stalled happened back at the start of December 2022, so 6 months is a long time in Hollywood. Now, it's also possible that there is no more conversations about it because they've decided to incorporate the plot of that film into the next Fast movie. That would also allow it to go from a two-parter to a trilogy, and we could center on Reyes going after the Rock's daughter next time, and then finally get the group teaming up for Fast XXX. Yes, I have seen comments saying that Vin Diesel's master plan has been to bring his XXX franchise and the Fast and the Furious together, and if he's done it, you bitch. So yeah, that's how I think things will go, and I think it would make the most sense to have Hobbs' daughter in danger, and that will keep things centralized instead of them having to include the 500 other characters that are now part of the franchise.